Hi, I'm Kiara. I'm a registered celebrant and sacred ceremonialist. And today I want to share with you some ways that you can begin your wedding ceremony that add a touch of sacredness, that set a sacred tone for the ceremony that's about to unfold. So I'm going to go through a whole heap of ideas, but the main thing is that these inspire you to choose what feels truly right and aligned and symbolic of your marriage. So let them be ideas and let yourself choose what feels true for you. The first idea is that you could begin with an acknowledgement of country or a welcome to country by an elder, an Indigenous elder. You could begin with a grounding meditation to help everyone drop into their bodies and to presence. So that could be like a short guided ceremony, or it could be as simple as asking people to take one deep breath together and coming into presence in that moment. You could begin with a reading or a poem that sets the tone for the ceremony and for the marriage that you're choosing to step into. So maybe there's something that the two of you have read and felt like, yes, this is everything we feel as we step through this portal into marriage. And your celebrant could begin before they even say, "Hi, I'm Kiara," or "Welcome everybody." They could begin with this deep, meaningful poem that just ripples out through everybody, and they all feel like, oh, like this is what we're here for. And then, "Hi, welcome." You could begin with a prayer that's consistent with your spiritual beliefs. So it could be a religious prayer, but it could also be a dear spirit, or dear universe, or to the elements of nature. Asking for example for the spirit to be present in the ceremony and for every day of the marriage thereafter. Just that tiny bit of offering to whatever it is that you believe in that's higher and greater and wiser and more loving than you. You could begin with a moment of silence for the loved ones who aren't present and who aren't able to be, but you wish they could be. And when I say begin, in that it might not be the very first thing that happens in the ceremony, but it could be somewhere near the beginning. Again, that allows people to pause for a moment and to remember what's really important. You could begin with I feel like I've said begin so many times, but these are all options of ways to start a ceremony. You could have a short sound healing or live music. Again, that sets the tone. Perhaps a nature invocation. So as an example, we acknowledge the wind, which teaches us to bend, the water, which teaches us to flow, the earth, which holds us steady, and the fire, which reminds us of passion and warmth. May these elements bless this marriage. Doesn't it just feel good? Or the last idea that I have for you is a candle lighting, maybe combined with some words. Also for the candle lighting, you could ask someone to do this, or I guess you could ask different people to do a lot of those things, but for the candle lighting, it's usually a beautiful way to include somebody that you love. And maybe the celebrant would say these words as they do it. We light this candle to mark the beginning of this sacred moment, a time set apart to honor love, commitment, and new beginnings. These are all ideas. As I shared them, what felt exciting for you or true for you? And maybe it's none of these, maybe it's more the more traditional, "Hi, I'm Kiara, welcome to the wedding," the standard stuff. Maybe all of this would feel a bit out there for you, and that's okay. These are just ideas, and I hope that you find what's true for you on your wedding day.